So when you were in prison, how did you kind of rehabilitate yourself, like you said? Because was it like a come to Jesus moment as soon as you were arrested, or what were some of the steps you took in that crazy environment, to kind of create like your own world, I'm assuming, to where like you're focusing on what you're gonna do when you get out versus being consumed with some of the craziness going on, people talking about I got 36 months left and whatnot.
I mean, for me, it was just about like controlling my space. Like the for instance, what I was going to do with my spare time. I got told pretty, there was some, older, I guess vets of the system, whatever you call them, old numbers is what we would call them. But like there was just some old numbers that gave me good advice early on. Like, hey, if you want to stay out of trouble, don't join a gang, don't do drugs, don't gamble, and stay out of extracurricular activities with the ladies of the section, which is pretty easy for me to do. But I guess those are four different things that can get you in trouble in places like that. Because, you run up a drug debt, you can't pay it, you're going to die.
Mhm.
You run up a debt, you can't pay it, you're probably going to die. It's stuff like that, or get severely injured at the very least.
Yeah.
Um, there's just certain things that you don't want to get involved with to keep yourself out of trouble. So for me, you're going to have to be affiliated with some stuff by the nature of where you are, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be like a bona fide member of this or that, or you're having to, it kind of, I guess the best way to put it is you can control your actions, and your actions can put you in better or worse situations.
Okay.
Simple as, you know,
Gotcha.
you hang out on the yard, or you want to go hang out on the tier with these guys. You want to go gamble with these guys all day, make these guys your buddies. And now these guys, I mean, now shit pop, it's like, now you're tied to these guys or those guys. Where for me, it was just like, hey, I work out all the time. If you want to work out, you can work out with me. I just train hard as shit. I read books. I subscribed to all the Fighters Only magazine and this and that, all the MMA productions.
Okay,
Would
cool.
cut out pictures and hang them on my cell wall. Told myself this is what I was going to be when I got out. I just dedicated myself to it, dude. I'd get desserts. I'd trade pieces of cake for pieces of protein. You
Oh,
know,
really?
that was like how I lived my life in there. And honestly, I think, one of the reasons why I probably was able to stay somewhat out of trouble was that, people saw my work ethic and they respected it. It
Mhm.
wasn't, oh, I'm saying this and I'm saying I'm that. It's like, no, this is like, I do this every day. And if you get to know me, this is what I want to do with my life. So it was like, I don't know, as well as, dude, I was about as big as I am now, bro. I was probably a little bigger than I am now, because all I did was push-ups and pull-ups and lunge buddy on my back all day. I was pretty stacked, bro. So although I was only, in my early 20s, I'd have still fucked your ass up in there.
Yeah, and they could tell. I mean, a guy who takes his fitness seriously and stuff, they're looking for the easier prey, I would assume, in jail.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, like, yeah, it's like if it's me or the skinny dude, over here
Right.
who, cries himself to sleep at night on who you're going to try to take advantage of, they're probably going to try that dude first. So
Yeah.
fortunately for him.